Okay, you're on.
It was supposed to be a meeting.
You're live.
Oh, really?
No longer there.
Hello, hello. Can you everybody hear me? Mark, can you hear me?
You're live there.
No, I know, but Mark, can you
Okay.
hear me down there?
Just talking.
Okay, Jerry, one more time.
I should have told you.
Hello, hello,
How did I know that you didn't want them out?
hello?
Oh, can everybody please, people are telling me.
Me, right, the same thing, they're not hearing
So you
everybody.
please talk into your microphones, because when you click it and you move your head, they can't, it's
Yeah.
garbled. It's garbled.
You just have to be
Especially
careful
gas.
because a lot of you, when you're talking, you keep moving it and it keeps going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
So
me.
you hear the boom, booms and not the voice.
Put your elbow on.
Once you just test it, just make sure. Mark, can you hear?
We're next to your bed.
Gene, speak to yours.
Mine's not on, mine's not, yeah,
Hello.
Yep.
Hello, mine didn't work.
Speed three,
Hello?
Hello.
Mine didn't work.
1, 2, test,
Mine
test.
kept turning me off. I think you kept turning me off last time. You didn't want to hear me.
Hello. Hello.
You called me out.
Well, too bad we can't move these closer. I put it to here. Oh, or something.
Yeah, but it's like this.
They can't see the next one.
I'm not getting you, Jerry.
Put it on your.
Huh?
You're gonna.
I'm not getting you. Are you on?
You're not getting me?
Yeah.
Spit on
Why
it.
don't you check it, 'cause I don't, mine's on.
One of you is talking to your last.
Did you see the cartoon?
Hello?
They have two guys hanging on a clothesline and it says,
Hello?
I can't
There you go.
spell their breath.
You got it, Mark?
Yeah.
The next square was a cat. I'll put them by anything I can.
That's cute.
Stack them. Something happens to them, I'll get my money back. I was like, yes, I need next
Hey, John, we're not gonna keep Mike out there.
Just for the first 5 or 10 minutes, in case people come at the beginning.
I wouldn't do that because we had quite a few comments. We'll just tell people that you can't do. That way that doesn't look like people making statements and we get alarm guards.
Yeah. We'll get that talk, yeah. All right. Give them the lesson, make sure you.
For now, it's been settled with the.
I didn't say it. Well, it's not the vaccination that, because I have people that have it. I have people that have
Testing, testing.
There is no end,
Testing.
so I can't see.
You can't even get a shot.
No, like I said, so I can't see an end for a couple of years. the way This is going. No, but it's not fair for people to die or catch it. No, but we can blame them. Well, I know. And we have people on the board that blames us. And you know what? I don't care. Those board members blame us for having, because we vote the way we feel and they vote the way they feel. And, but yet they come back and, oh, they didn't listen. They said they did it, and they said this, I said this. Yeah, I've been going to Eagles, BMW, party.
You can party.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it just makes me.
And then he comes here and flaunts.
Yeah, me too. And breathe.
I tell people this,
I bet you that.
everybody I see out of town that's been coming in, I'm going, why'd you come here? Florida's so bad. People are dying left and left. You're getting sick. Why did you come down here? I said, you guys must hear it on the news. Well, it's devastating down here. Like the clubhouse, we have people sick all over the place. Why would you want to come here? Just send your money and stay back. And I says, and I'll enjoy it. Don't come down here and enjoy your benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, just pay your money. I'll enjoy the benefits.
I don't know.
Stay away. And because I have clubs to go to, so I don't care. I no longer care whether we ever have another dance because of this virus.
Yes, sir. I gotta turn this up.
If we were sitting outside of the sitting outside the parking lot, if we were outside, I would feel better. But I feel like a hypocrite.
Deborah said
I
no.
go here and tell people that they can't.
But we can't be in the parking lot because we couldn't have music. We stopped the gathering. We can't have it. I mean, like John Boats has their election coming up. I don't know how they're gonna do that.
Well, so don't we have an election coming up?
Yeah, look, and I don't know how we're gonna do
They're
that.
gonna be closed down, so people can't come in and.
Yeah,
That's what I say, how are we gonna do that?
So we did it last year. We did it last
Yeah,
year.
but we-
Well,
Yeah, but we have to have an annual, well, they have no process or something.
then that's being hypocrite. They can come in just.
Quit.
You can't come in for a meeting. You have
I've had
less
enough.
people in here for a meeting.
I don't know, this thing is, this is
Yes, oh my
devastating.
God.
Oh my God, I'm so, I'm getting all worked up over it now.
Well, what?
This virus stuff. My
It's
heart is
just that,
going
you
like
know.
this.
I think we should extend it 6 months, you guys stick.
No,
Six
No.
more months.
No.
Wait.
Personally,
No.
Only if we add 5 years to his.
okay, comes April, no offense, people, but I don't want nothing to do with it.
Me neither. I'm done.
And my mouth,
Well, you too.
my mouth will be running. When I come off the board, I will be speaking very freely and hell will I
No, you wanna be locked up?
I could care less. I'll run my mouth all over Facebook, up and down the street, parking lots, in the pool. I will be
Helen,
running my mouth like the garbage. Oh. We got 2 minutes, people.
Helen,
No, if you're behind the shield, you don't have to, that's what we got the shield.
That's what I thought, 'cause it's too hard to talk and breathe. Yeah, but you might keep your head towards Larry and.
I pull mine in close, so I'm not
Here we
worried
go.
about.
You might lean over and give a kiss.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I got it right up around.
All right, Gene, you ready? Okay, go turn yourself on.
I don't turn on till we're done.
Okay, you ready, Gene? Deborah, ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
Larry, ready? Jennifer, ready? Sue, ready? Ann, ready?
Yes.
Now I have to call this meeting in order. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Mark,
Roll call.
mine's not on. Mine isn't either anymore. Mark, we're not turned on. I have number 14.
number 11.
None of us are on.
Gene, you're on. I just heard you.
Well, my light's on. Hello? Yeah, hello, hello.
Hello? Here? Here? Hello?
Hello?
This is.
Hello?
Anybody hear me? Hang on.
You're
Now
good.
we're on.
I'm good, okay.
Mine isn't. Mine's not on.
Wonder why.
No, it's not.
John, can you hear Ann?
I can hear Ann.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, because I'm talking extremely loud.
well, don't talk normal,
Okay, hi, Tom.
Yes.
because I hear an echo out there when you speak.
Yeah, the light's on, but.
Gene, try yours again.
Hello?
Yeah, Gene's on. All right, roll call.
Yes, sir. I have Jennifer Smiley,
Present.
Beverly Hasty,
Present.
Ann Ozinger,
Here.
Susan Muniac,
Here.
Jean Hare,
Here.
Barry Burgess, Larry Holgren,
Here.
and Jerry Beers.
Here. Guys, do me a favor, at any point, if you can't hear one of us speaking, just point over to us, all right? That's because you guys are down there, so. Disposition of prior minute meetings. And
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of
January
January 8th, 2021.
at 9 AM.
Second.
Any discussions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes got it. Next is the ARC, Gene.
At the committee meeting, we had 12 total requests that were sent in. We denied 3, but since then, we've had some more information that's come in. So I recommended all 12 totals be accepted.
Is there a second? Second by Larry. Any discussions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes got it. Next one on the agenda is updates of the rules and regs. Who wants to handle that? And
I make a motion that we accept the rules and regulations as submitted with corrections from the previous ones.
I'll second.
second by Bill. Any discussions? If there's no discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next, John, you want to handle, we have to have somebody make a motion on the general proposal, only one line. So you want to handle that? Set you the money.
The janitorial.
Yeah.
I will make a motion that we go with, that we contract with Jani King for 2 services per week, day cleaning at $14.20 per month.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Devin. Any discussion? Sue?
I really would rather see a contract that we can get out of, that a temporary contract, even if it's more, because if we can get a janitor type position or another maintenance person to do the janitorial that can work easily or more easily around our of our schedule.
Yeah.
And I don't know really what this will do to the budget if we start adding another $14.20 per month. That's $18,000 a year to the budget. So I can't mix, I mean, I know we need someone now to do stuff, but I'm not sure this is the way to go at this point.
And John, was this the, like, agreement, is this for a year, is this for 6 months or 3 months?
Jerry, it is, and I did try to cover the bases that Sue's putting on the floor. I don't think this contract is not agreeable to that.
Yeah.
We can continue the search, or I could reach back out to them one more time for a shorter term.
Yeah, Ann, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if we open back up, we're gonna need somebody in here more than 2 days a week. And, you know, yeah, this might be cheaper than a salary right now, but this is only for 2 days a week.
Right. Ann, Blair?
I just have a question. I thought we had this new kid temporarily. He's not doing the janitorial work,
He's mostly been doing maintenance.
just maintenance.
Mostly maintenance, right? Our entire maintenance staff are periodically doing various janitorial duties, but it's not necessarily the new temp guy.
Okay, I don't quite understand all that, but, you know, we didn't lose the maintenance guy. We lost the cleaning guy. So why is he doing maintenance work?
Because we're so slow and there's such a reduced amount of use in the clubhouse, we're taking advantage of the slower time inside and catching up on the outside.
And so now we're gonna spend more money to take care of the inside.
My thing is, I like the idea of it's a cleaning service because they do it, but I think in the long run, for the cost factor, to me, it would be just cheaper to hire a full-time person, take that full-time person, if we're saying that we only need somebody 2 days a week to clean, move that full-time person in to clean the 2 times, because your guys' plan before was on the other person who left, we were only gonna have a half a day in here. And so, that was John was talking before, and they were gonna put them outside to use. So, I think we ought to put this off, and that's my goal, especially if you're locked in for a year. I could see for 3 months or 6 months to be locked in, but to say to be locked in then, I'm not, and that was a good point that you brought up, Sue, because I didn't even think about being locked in. And when we had the discussion, John, I'm sorry that I kind of like was agreeing with what you were saying before, but after when Sue just dawned on me, if we're going to be locked in on this, and then if we need to get the extra help, we just added roughly $18,000 to the budget. And so, but anyhow, that's my opinion. So, but the vote's up to the board here, John.
So I agree. I don't have any disagreement with anything that's being said. My suggestion would be maybe reach back out to them one more time and try once more for a 3-month agreement or some shorter term, just to get us through the search and hire phase of this candidate that we're looking for and the virus this last.
Right, like I said, I think maybe if the board can agree to make it easier for you so you don't go back and forth, if the board can agree at 3 months or 6 months or 9 months or a year, I think if the board, that'll give you something to work with. And if they can't do it, then let's proceed with maybe trying to get somebody on full time. Because, I mean, that's only my opinion. There's roughly some votes up there, so. But any other comments? So the board, the motion was to approve the 2 day a week for $1,420. Since there's no more, all in favor of that, say aye. Opposed, say no. No. Looks like no, got it. And again, John, I'm sorry, because maybe we should have got this more cleared out with you. Basically, yeah, Jennifer?
Do you want to make a motion that we are okay with the 3 month?
If you want to make a motion. Oh, you're not gonna make a motion?
Do you want to hear that motion? So I'll add something to it. John, just so it gets us past where things might start getting messy from outside, I would like to go 4 months with it, just a third of the year. And then we find out if they'll make that agreement.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, there's a second, it's up for discussion. Any reason for 4 months?
Well, they're supposed to start the outside work in 3 months. So we figure if there's really a mess in here, that would get us past that point.
Oh, yeah, because you won't be coming in that way, and.
No, but still, it's gonna make a mess in here. I'm just saying, that would get us past that messy part.
Yeah, John.
I would say if maybe if we could do it through the rest of this budget year, or not at all. Either we struggle and do the best we can, or just get it.
But again, if we're looking at maybe getting a replacement, if we're looking to get a replacement, that's gonna hold you up for getting a replacement. If we have this month, I'm just saying, because 5 months of this is like $7,000, $8,000. So.
Let me amend my motion. I will go back to the initial 3 months, and then it will only go until someone has been replaced. Is that what you want, John? Would that be all right?
I'm just thinking the shorter the time that we offer them, the less likely they are to agree to it. So
yeah, because there's no reason we can't go back and keep extending it, so.
No, but what I'm saying is if we offer them 3 months, I know they're gonna say no.
All right.
And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, it's just, that's my expectation. So I think it's.
Then I'm gonna just cancel my motion.
All right. Withdraw. And it was second, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And you're okay with it?
with.
All right, so as it stands now, I would just maybe pertain on seeing whether you can find a replacement. And then just use that person or your crew, just doing the late cleaning and so forth, that you guys have been doing. Okay. The election committee. So far, the only one I know and I talked to personally was Karen Fitch, that would be the chairperson. Is there anybody else that anybody been notified of, or anybody else that want to talk about it? Somebody would like to make a note, Ann.
I make the motion that we accept Karen Fritsch as our election committee chairperson.
Okay. Second by Larry. Any other comments on it? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Aye's got it. And Deb, I would, I don't think we need to make a motion. I would put a thing out there for people that want to sign up on the election committee, that you would have something out here and maybe contact Karen. And so that the board can vote on, Ann?
Could we also, if it's not one, sure, it's probably too late, but if we can put that into our times, thank you.
Yeah, like I said, to put the word out, and then, somebody would reach out, want to talk to Karen. Where is you want to talk to her?
I can.
Yeah, well, because she's your neighbor.
Yeah, no, yeah.
All right. Thank you. Now we move into new business. So you do great on individual.
All right. I would, one second, I've got my guidelines in the wrong.
Okay, but as far as I see, I only see two on the
Two.
thing. Okay.
I know it's two. I didn't flip pages. All right, I will move that we find the homeowner at 8610 Winding Wood Drive, a fine of $50 a day, up to $5,000 for violations of the lawn and landscaping portions of our covenants.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Bill. Any comments or anything on this? This is none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next one, Sue.
I'll move that we find the owner of 10941, 10941 Water Oak Drive, a fine of $50 a day, up to $5,000 for violation of keeping a trailer on their driveway, a vehicle, boat trailer, etc. And it's not in a enclosed garage or off the property.
Yeah,
Second.
any comments or concerns about that? Yeah, Gene?
I have a question on that. I understand that he has a camper or a trailer with, if they move that for, say, a week and then bring it back, how does that,
It's been there a long time,
been there for a long
a
time?
long time.
I agree they should be fine, but. I'm
Been there
just
for
wondering-
over a year.
Okay.
And,
I think our documents state that it can only be there to load and unload, can't be stored.
Okay.
no, well, I think what Gene was asking is that if this guy gets, goes and he says he pulled it out, and then
Yeah.
2 months later or 3 months later brings it back, does this process start all over? That's what he's asking, I think. I'm not speaking for him, but
That's exactly. Just,
Thanks, Tom.
I can see it going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I don't, I think it should be,
oh, okay.
take every one time.
And my thing is that over in Driftwood?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Since there's no other concern, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes got it. And Sue, would you like to handle the,
Yes. I would like to move that we engage audit the Accel company to do our annual audit. This is the same company that's done it for, I think it's 4 years now. For 4 years, the price is at 5,200, and that it includes the audit and the income tax. And it's no increase from last year. I'll second.
any comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes got it. Okay, the RV lot. Storage. Somebody want to handle that?
Jerry, I'll handle it. So since we added that to the agenda, Mark and I have looked at the surface a little bit, and we've also reviewed the budget with Sue, and there really isn't that amount of funds available at this time. We might have to plan ahead of time in future budgets for that. And Mark and I think the plan is for tomorrow and Friday to go and do some cleaning and some just prep work to make the existing service better than what it is now.
Out of curiosity, maybe Sue can handle, what's our annual income for that RV lot? What do we usually do?
It's 42 times 10, $240 times 2 times 42 and a half.
So we're about $10,000.
It's 10,200, I think, 10,800.
Yeah.
One of the,
Okay, and Rich, I've been mentioning to John, I hope anytime maintenance goes over there for the gate problems or any other work, that we're pulling out money for that expense out of the RV lot.
yes,
Yeah, because I want to make sure that all that time that we put in over there, it comes
we
out.
put in, all the expenses, the utilities, maintenance, there is a category that goes into our budget from that. The expense is what's used to calculate their budget.
Yep.
Plus, we have a reserve in their budget for the wall. They're paying for the painting of the RV wall. They are also, there's a budget in there, a reserve item for the fence, for the gate. There is not much extra right now in their budget, but I am going to suggest to the budget committee, and when there's the temporary budget, that we put in a budget line in reserves for the surface, for crushed concrete or whatever the heck, and we'll spread it out over 5 years. It might mean that they will have an increase, because that's how we go ahead and
Right.
figure out what the income is.
Because I know that gate's been a nightmare. I mean, I don't know how many times that I called, I went over there, pushing that thing by hand and closing it.
That should never have been put in. It worked
I
better
know,
the other
like I
way.
said, and so that has to be costing money, because every time I turn around, it's not working, and John and I just got now a new garage door opener. For them to use the control,
The remotes.
the remotes. So,
Well, the remotes were bad.
We just bought extra. We didn't have any extra, so we bought some extra remotes.
because they all have the code, but even with the code thing, it's half of it's working, half is not.
It don't work.
But the end result is, I just want to make sure that we are billing the RV lot and not pulling from, our funds.
No,
So, all right, that answers that question. So, okay, and the next on the thing is the pool closure date. Just want to announce, the contract's been signed, and we're gonna start in the week of March 7th. So we want to put the word out. We've asked Debbie to put it in the different times, posted on the buildings, because if anybody's planning on having family, people in, it's not something that came at the last minute. We've been trying to notify, so if you see anybody and they ask, it's the week of March 7th for plan.
Probably 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, 3 to 4 weeks, we said, but, you know.
It's
Right.
Florida.
Yeah, in Florida. But like I said, I just want everybody to know, because I don't want to get hit with, oh, I didn't know, and I made plans, everybody's totally aware of it. Yes, Jim?
Can we put signs out there?
We can put signs on there. I think we
I
can.
think
put
that
them on-
might, that way people that come on,
Yeah.
will have it.
We can put them on the windows, because if they put,
They're there.
yeah,
They're already there?
We have one on the door and one on the window towards the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
this way, we can literally say that we have notified, we put it out there, there's no more than that. So, and I just think that maybe the week before that we get it confirmed that he is actually coming in, we could send out a robocall at that time to say the pool area to enter will be closed, lower and upper deck. So that everybody's totally clear. Because my only thing is if we said we could keep the lower deck open, we'd have people mingling and then sometimes you probably couldn't, with the turn up. As far as I'm concerned, the whole area is shut down. You know, the bathrooms,
They asked me for
the bathrooms, outside bathrooms, everything on that side is closed up. And so there's no conflict of saying, well, somebody's there, or I'm just using the bathroom. There's no such thing. So. All right, and after that, correspondence. It's a shame we forgot to put on there about the mailboxes. You know, but since this correspondence talking about the mailboxes.
That's not the issue. That's,
Well, I know, but they did mention mailbox, and it's in the writing, so.
no,
Mine says mailbox,
mine doesn't.
and if it's in the writing, it's in,
But it's not us replacing. the
no, right,
Which is what we're referring to.
very good.
Yeah, they're two different,
Right, I'm not saying that, but since that subject's open about mailbox, we could also mention it. Yeah.
I just want to know, did Linda go by, I mean, we got the correspondence from the homeowner with photos, but has Linda gone by to verify that these were corrected?
I have.
You have, okay, just as long as we know somebody has done it, okay. And they were corrected?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'd like to make a motion that we release this resident from the fining.
Yes, sir.
well, I'll wait till discussion.
Second. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Yes, sir.
I don't think we should be releasing her from the complete finding. I mean, this carried on for a long period of time, much more than just 3 months. This was months and months, and she had 5 different fines. I think that a better idea would be to have the manager and a board representative or whatever speak with her and maybe modify the fine, but not get rid of it completely. I mean, there were
Then,
5
like I
different,
said, we just have to be careful because we did release one fine already of some people that went to the fining committee. And,
the one we released, but they paid for what happened.
right,
They were paying.
they paid up.
This one has more than one fine. This was fined from, I think, 5 different,
Yeah, I was just gonna insert some facts in what we're talking about. I think it's 4 different violations, 4 different fines, and each one I believe is up, at the time of correction, was up to $750, so we're talking about 4 times 750, $3,000 total. And there was no contact with this homeowner, I believe, until after the fines had already begun.
Well, because this person said they have done 4 or 5 things on here.
Everything's corrected, right?
Yeah.
But they were fined a total of $3,000 until those corrections had been made.
Jerry, what happened is, this person was sent all the letters for 4, I think it's 4 different fines. They were sent 1, 2, 3 that you're going to the fining committee. And they did not get back to us until after they'd been to the fining committee. And the fining committee said, we're going to fine you. Then they did not correct it until so far after the fining committee. So
All right.
it's not like they were asking for time to fix it.
So, I mean, yeah,
So they should be technically fined from the day 5 days after the fining committee met, up until they made their corrections. Once they made their corrections, they shouldn't continue being fined. Okay.
so then I think the fine should stay in place. Yes, sir. Because they fixed, if you could say that, well, we'll take away the mailbox, and you say, well, why didn't you take away my driveway? Or why didn't you take away, we took care of the grass? You know,
It was, my suggestion was just as a compromise, because, you know, I'm fine with it saying that she has to pay the whole thing.
well, knowing that she waited till after she found out there was a fine, and we already let somebody that, I don't know, it's stuff, yeah.
I just don't think we have the authority. When it goes to fining, the fining committee puts a fine on property, they can collect that fine starting 5 days after they meet. Okay? I don't think we have authority to continue fining somebody after they've made their corrections.
We're not.
We're not finding.
Well, you keep saying the whole fine. Okay, if from day 1 of fining up until the day they corrected it, if that's the $3,000 you mentioned,
Yeah.
then yes, they need to pay that
Yeah,
fine.
that's what she said.
Okay,
Yeah, that's what she said.
it wasn't clear. I agree.
All right,
So
so
what are we doing then?
I think we're voting to keep it in effect, that the people,
They have to pay
that they have to pay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you need a motion.
Yeah, you have
Well,
to change the
well,
motion.
somebody made a motion.
The original motion was to release from finding, so you have.
Okay, yeah.
And
I withdraw my motion.
Oh, okay. And so,
I will make a motion that we leave the fining as it is.
And I'll second. Pizza.
okay, any more comments on it? Seeing there's none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any other correspondence? Not seeing any. I don't have any copies of correspondence.
It was to 3 people.
Do we or don't? we?
What's
How
that?
long did it take?
On the flat. We
Uh,
had,
I didn't get a copy in my mailbox, or there's something, about the flag,
yeah,
but, I mean, we got correspondence on the flag, but we already voted on it once, just like we're gonna do vote every month. You know, I mean, that's somebody's opinion on it, you know, there's only one flag, and board voted already. But, you know, that's the only correspondence I saw, and I saw that through an email, you know, that's all I saw, yeah, but,
I make most to adjourn.
no, we have the closure.
What?
Gene, you got anything to say?
Oh,
I
sorry.
was gonna say about that, I saw the comment that they made too about the flag. I don't know that we wanna open that can of worms again, I think we're beyond that.
You know? So Gene, you got any other comment about closing meetings?
I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and stay safe and enjoy your day.
Jennifer, you got anything to say?
The only thing I'd like to say is I think we need to expand our agenda to be a little bit more informative so that when people see it, they have an idea of what we're talking about. Since they can't come in here and they need to send a message ahead of time, I think that it needs to be expanded just a bit so that they say, you know, what the topic is in reference to what we're going to discuss.
That's a good thing, and then I think that anybody that wants to put something on the agenda has to put some kind of comment with the item that you put on the agenda.
Yes.
All right, I don't see a problem with that. Anybody on the board? Yeah, John?
Jerry, that'll start taking place at the next meeting. Do we also want to itemize the homeowner correspondence as it comes in
Yeah.
by address only? Do we want the issue? Do we want any detail?
Well, I mean, if it's a correspondence, they need to put it in their thing, you know.
I mean, on the agenda. Do we want more than the address listed on the agenda under homeowner correspondence or?
That would be fine, just put down the address. We don't need to have names. I think, unless people want to have names, but you'll see it on the the board will see it on their copies. Sue?
Thank you all for watching. Hopefully, the next time you watch, you'll have more of the information of what we are going to discuss, and you can send in your questions before so that or your comments before so that they will be read at the meeting. And everyone stay safe and have a good day.
Beth?
Thanks for listening to us. Stay safe out there and be careful.
Larry?
I agree.
And
Thank you all for being patient, and I'm hoping that we can readdress opening up the auditorium for people to come in with masks and social distancing. I know it's very difficult for you to hear on YouTube, but I appreciate your patience.
I just want to thank everybody, and I really appreciate the people putting their time in to set the computers up at home. I don't know, Deb, can we know how many do we see there? Because again, we don't know if that's 1 or 2 people at home or 3 or 4. Why can't they hear?
We have 11 right now.
11, so. But, and again, we hope to have the agenda better for you. Sorry that wasn't perfect for you the first time or second time, the third time. But we're trying our best so you guys know what's going on. That's all I can say. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Yeah.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Meeting adjourned.
We have the quickest meetings on record, don't we?
What's on?
Right now.
Yeah.
Meetings are meetings.
Well,